Hello, and welcome back to Slow English Podcast, the podcast that helps you speak English with more confidence and clarity. I'm Alina, and I'm so happy you're here today. In this episode, we're going to talk about something that every English learner wants, a bigger vocabulary. Maybe you feel like you know the same basic words over and over. Maybe you want to express your ideas better, but you can't find the right words. Maybe you study vocabulary lists, but then you forget the words after a few days. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You're not alone. Building vocabulary is one of the biggest challenges for language learners. But here's the truth. You don't need to memorize thousands of words from a dictionary. You don't need flashcards with 100 new words every week. You don't need to study vocabulary like it's homework. What you need is a natural approach. An approach that helps you learn words the way children learn them, by seeing them in real situations, by using them in real life, by connecting them to your experiences and emotions. Today, I'm going to show you 5 powerful ways to build your vocabulary naturally, without boring memorization, without stress, and without forgetting. These methods are simple, practical, and they work. So let's dive in. But first, let me ask you something. Why do we forget so many words? You study a new word today, you understand it, you even write it down, but next week, it's gone. Why does this happen? The reason is simple. Your brain forgets information that it doesn't use. If you learn a word but never see it again, never hear it again, never use it in a sentence, your brain thinks it's not important, so it deletes it. It's like cleaning out old files on your computer. But when you see a word many times in different situations, when you connect it to a memory or a feeling, when you actually use it in your life, your brain says, "This is important. I need to remember this." And that's when real learning happens. So the secret to building vocabulary naturally is repetition in context, connection to real life, and active use. Now let's see how to do that. Tip number 1. Learn vocabulary from topics you care about. This is the most important tip. Don't learn random words from a vocabulary list. Instead, choose topics that interest you, topics that you enjoy, topics that you want to talk about. For example, do you love cooking? Then learn English words about food, recipes, ingredients, and kitchen tools. Do you enjoy sports? Learn words about your favorite sport, players, techniques, and competitions. Do you like technology? Learn words about apps, devices, software, and innovations. When you learn vocabulary about things you care about, 2 things happen. First, you pay more attention because the topic is interesting to you. Second, you actually use those words because you think about that topic often. Let me give you an example. Imagine you love gardening. You can learn words like seeds, soil, watering, planting, bloom, harvest, greenhouse, fertilizer, and roots. Now when you watch a video about gardening, you'll hear these words. When you read an article about plants, you'll see these words. When you talk to someone about your garden, you'll use these words. The words become part of your life, not just part of a study session. So here's what you do. Pick one topic that you love. Write down 10 to 15 words related to that topic. Learn them by reading articles, watching videos, or listening to podcasts about that topic. Then try to use 3 of those words in a sentence every day. This method is fun, natural, and very effective. Tip number 2. Learn words in phrases, not alone. Many students make this mistake. They learn single words. For example, they learn the word make or the word decision, but they don't learn how these words work together. In English, we don't just say make and decision separately. We say make a decision. This is called a collocation, a natural combination of words. If you only learn single words, your English will sound unnatural. But if you learn words in phrases, you will sound more fluent and natural. Let me show you some examples. Instead of just learning the word take, learn these phrases. Take a break. Take a shower. Take your time. Take a picture. Instead of just learning the word do, learn these phrases. Do your homework. Do the dishes. Do your best. Do me a favor. Instead of just learning strong, learn these collocations. Strong coffee, strong wind, strong opinion, strong relationship. When you learn vocabulary this way, you don't just know the word, you know how to use it correctly. So every time you learn a new word, write down a full phrase or a full sentence with that word. Don't write cooking. Write, I enjoy cooking on weekends. Don't write tired. Write, I feel really tired after work. This small change makes a huge difference in how quickly you remember and how naturally you speak. Tip number 3. Use new words immediately in your own life. Imagine you learn the word exhausted. It means very, very tired. Now, what do? Most people just move on to the next word. But if you want to remember it, you need to use it right away in your real life. Here's how. After you learn the word exhausted, create a sentence about yourself. For example, I felt exhausted after my long day at work yesterday. Or, I get exhausted when I don't sleep well. Say the sentence out loud. Write it in your notebook or on your phone. Use the word to describe your real feelings or experiences. When you connect a new word to your own life, your brain remembers it much better. Let me give you another example. You learn the word grateful. It means thankful or appreciative. Now create your own sentence. I'm grateful for my family. I feel grateful when someone helps me. I'm grateful for this English learning journey. Do you see? The word is not just a definition anymore. It's connected to your emotions and your life. This makes it unforgettable. So here's a simple daily habit. Learn 2 or 3 new words. Immediately write one personal sentence for each word. Say the sentences out loud. Do this every day. After 1 month, you'll have 60 to 90 new words that are truly part of your vocabulary, not just floating in your memory. Tip number 4. Read and listen to the same content multiple times. Repetition is the mother of learning, but many students think repetition is boring. They want something new every day. New article, new video, new podcast. But here's the secret. If you read or listen to the same content 2, 3, or even 4 times, you will learn much more. The first time you read something, you understand the general idea. The second time, you notice new words and phrases. The third time, those words start to feel familiar. The fourth time, you can use them yourself. Let me show you how this works. Choose a short article or a short video, maybe 3 to 5 minutes long. Read it or watch it once. Don't stop to look up every word. Just try to understand the main idea. Then read or watch it again. This time, underline or write down 3 to 5 new words or phrases. Look up their meanings. Try to guess from context first. Then read or watch it a third time. Now focus on how those new words are used. Notice the sentences around them. Finally, try to retell the story or the main points using some of the new vocabulary you learned. This technique is powerful because you're not just learning words in isolation. You're learning them in context, with meaning, with usage, and with repetition. You can do this with news articles, blog posts, YouTube videos, or even episodes of this podcast. The key is to go deep with one piece of content instead of going wide with many pieces. Tip number 5. Keep a personal vocabulary journal. This is one of my favorite tools for building vocabulary. A vocabulary journal is not a boring list of words and definitions. It's a living notebook where you collect words that matter to you. Here's how to create your own vocabulary journal. Get a small notebook or use a notes app on your phone. Every time you learn a new word, write it down. But don't just write the word and the meaning. Write 4 things. First, the word and its meaning. Second, an example sentence from where you found it. Third, your own personal sentence using that word. Fourth, a synonym or an opposite word if possible. Let me show you an example. Let's say you learn the word thrilled. It means very excited and happy. First, write thrilled means very excited. Second, write an example sentence. I was thrilled to hear the good news. This could be from an article you read. Third, write your own sentence. I felt thrilled when I got accepted to the program. Fourth, write a synonym. Thrilled equals excited, delighted, overjoyed. Now this word is not just memorized. It's understood, practiced, and connected to other words. Review your journal once a week. Read your sentences out loud. Try to use 1 or 2 words from your journal in conversations or in your writing. This keeps the vocabulary fresh and active in your mind. Now, let me give you some bonus tips to build vocabulary in your daily life. First, label things in your home with English words. Put sticky notes on your mirror, your fridge, your desk, your door. Write the English word for that object. Every time you see it, you remember the word. This is perfect for learning household vocabulary, like mirror, drawer, blanket, shelf, or outlet. Second, change your phone and social media to English. You'll see words like notification, settings, share, comment, like, follow, and update every single day. You don't need to study them. You just see them so often that they become automatic. Third, play word games or use vocabulary apps for 5 minutes a day. Apps like Quizlet, Memrise, or even simple crossword puzzles can help reinforce words you've already learned. But remember, apps are helpful tools, not the main method. Your main method should always be learning from real content that interests you. Fourth, talk to yourself in English using new words. When you're alone, describe what you're doing. I'm preparing dinner. I'm feeling a bit anxious about tomorrow. I'm organizing my workspace. This gives you free speaking practice and helps you use vocabulary actively, not just passively. And finally, don't be afraid of making mistakes. When you try to use a new word and you use it incorrectly, that's okay. Mistakes are proof that you're trying, and trying is how you learn. Every advanced English speaker made thousands of mistakes before they became fluent. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate every new word you learn. Celebrate every time you use a new word in a real conversation. These small wins add up to big progress. Remember, building vocabulary naturally is not about memorizing lists. It's about curiosity, repetition, and real-life practice. It's about learning words you actually want to use. It's about seeing them, hearing them, and using them again and again until they feel like part of you. So start today. Pick a topic you love. Learn 5 new words or phrases. Use them in your own sentences. Repeat the process tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Little by little, your vocabulary will grow, and so will your confidence. Thank you so much for listening to Slow English Podcast. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode.